I'm the fuck out. I didn't even get started on what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Bro, that movie was crazy.
Crazy, Frankie. Yeah.
What are the specials tonight?
That sounds good. I'll have that.
Hey everybody, Specialists in Nothing, back at you again, talking about everything, specializing in nothing. My name is Frank. As always, Joe and Danny, you guys want to say what's up?
What up? What up?
How you doing?
So I know we're like 2 weeks too late, and we've all been on some crazy schedules lately because last week I wasn't here, this week Danny's not here, but some big things have happened this week. a lot of big stuff has happened this week or in the last couple weeks, and I feel like we still need to talk about Will Smith and Chris Rock. They're two huge icons of our time in their respective categories. And I can't believe it happened. I still can't believe it happened. I still can't believe Chris Rock didn't do anything.
Because he's got to act professional. It's professionalism. I mean, good on his part.
Yeah, I guess that's
what is he gonna do? Throw down with Will Smith in front of fucking?
No, but I'm surprised he didn't even come at him like on the microphone or anything like afterwards when you see that moment when he's like shakes his head and he's like yeah, like it looked like he had something quick, but he just held back. He's like, nah, I'm the host of the Oscars, let me be respectful and
professional about it.
And he did the right thing. But the Jim Carrey interview was my favorite. He said like I would sue him for $200 million because that video is going to be around for the next few years in so many different ways. There's going to be so many SNL skits. There's going to be, especially after all the other stuff that Will has done to himself with Jada already, like the show of her freaking emasculating him, talking about their relationship and all that stuff, and her sleeping with the dude and all that stuff. Yeah, she's talking about how he has small pee and like all that stuff, straight up. Like, and yeah, and now I just read this thing because it was funny. When you said before, when we first came on, you were like, oh, I saw something the other day that I forgot. So it made me look, and I went to the New York Post, and it says that Jada Pinkett Smith said that she never wanted to even marry Will Smith.
Mommy forced her?
Yeah. She said that she was pregnant and her mom made her do it, basically, or was pressuring her to do it, and that she was crying when she was walking down the aisle.
Was Will Smith famous at that time? They were famous, right?
Yeah.
Maybe she was just like, it's fucking Will Smith, you better marry him.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, he was on The Fresh Prince at that time. She was, getting big and whatever into her career as an actress. And yeah, I think it was just made sense. They would be like another power couple, like a Jay-Z Beyonce type of thing.
I can't believe that her mom made her. I didn't know that.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, who knows if it's really true though? Because again, this could just be her. Like, I feel like this is all stuff to try and make herself look better. Every time she's on like some talk show or whatever, people saw the look that she gave him at the Oscars and this, that, and say something. And now she's
what? And now she's what?
Well, now she's trying to play victim again.
I know. Isn't it crazy how much their lives are put in spotlight because they're famous? I mean, like, think about it. In that situation, Will Smith, one of the biggest actors, walks up to one of the other biggest actors hosting one of the biggest things in movies and slaps the shit out of him in front of millions of people. What do you do?
Well, I got to say, the slap wasn't even like that. Like, a lot of people thought it was staged because it wasn't even like that.
Well, first of all, Will Smith needs to learn. I don't know if
he was like,
I don't know if I want to credit him for like the best slap in the world, the open hand, the way he extended his arm and left it out, or if I need to. Does Will Smith need to go for slapping lessons? Was that a bad slap or a good slap?
I think he did do that on purpose. Like, it was like, all right, I do know I'm on stage being watched right now. Let me like make this a power statement. And like, I don't know, but it was weird. Like
the wind up, the arm cross was perfectly straight and the hand was always open, wide open the whole time.
I do think that Chris Rock didn't expect it though until he saw the wind up, and that's why you see his face kind of like tense up right before.
What do you think Chris Rock was thinking when he saw Will Smith walking up to him on stage, knowing that nobody should be walking up to him on stage right now? He was laughing and looking at him. It's not even like he was like, "Oh, whoa," you know what I mean? He didn't tell him.
I was
He
just
was
saying, I
just
think that
laughing as he walked up.
I think that he thought Will Smith was gonna come back at him with a joke, like come get the mic to like give a joke to him or something like that, or like kind of like something like that. I don't think he thought it was gonna be a physical altercation, and I
No.
don't think it was staged.
It looked like it in the beginning.
No, yeah, when I first saw it, I did.
Had me in the first half.
But then, like, once you saw him screaming when he sat down, and then it was funny because Danny said this when we were texting about it that day, and he was like, "Yeah, it's the Oscars. It's the greatest actors like that are around,
Yeah.
of course." So I was like, "Okay, that's a good point." But then, like, after all this stuff that came out now, I just don't think it was staged. I do think that
They wouldn't
he's
do
been-
something as aggressive like that.
no,
at the
and I do
house.
think that Will Smith has been through so many personal things in his relationship with her now that whatever happened between them at the table when the camera cut away or whatever it was, I think something snapped and set off inside of him that was, you know, a mistake and whatever. I think he owned it after and putting out the apology and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I do think that Chris Rock should have did the $200 million or sued him or for something, because that video is going to be made fun of for so
You
long
really
now.
think Chris Rock should sue him for $200 million? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, look, bro, think about it. We just said this before. Will Smith, that was all right. First of all, the only thing that came out of this so far that I know of, he got a 10-year ban on the Oscars.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
is
and he
kinda-
got his Oscar taken away from that night, I believe.
right, which I didn't think was that big of a deal, but then you made a point. Now he'll probably never be able to get an Oscar.
Yeah, because 10 years, he's already.
And
like,
that
what,
was his
50?
first Oscar, right? That was his only Oscar?
Believe so. I believe so. So, I mean, that is a big punishment then in that sense. But
You
I
think
just,
Chris Rock wants to add salt to the wound, man?
I don't know. Maybe not, but like,
After being that professional, that much through that whole incident from start to finish.
but you know how
Now
many
he's just
people
gonna turn
like,
around and sue him.
again, Chris Rock, right? He looked like.
Just think at what that does to Chris Rock's image now. Everybody's gonna look at him like,
Oh.
oh.
I guess. I mean, but some people would also look at it too, like, okay, he respectfully, he didn't go back at him physically. He did it the right way. And like a lot of people think he should have pressed
Of
charges.
course, a bunch of us nobodies are gonna say whatever the fuck we want, and we're right.
Everybody's gonna have an opinion. But no, I don't know. I do think that would have been the right way to go about it. And maybe that's like the little Karen white part of me. I just like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, like there's so many ways that people are going to make skits making fun of Chris Rock in that moment now and things like that it only impacts Chris Rock negatively. And yes, you could say positive things about the way he handled himself, but what Will Smith did only impacts Chris Rock negatively. So like, I feel like he deserves something.
How do you
for
think
it.
that
Like-
doesn't impact?
Like Will Smith's punishment isn't something that, like him getting the Oscar taken away isn't something that justifies Chris Rock. That's a punishment against Will Smith for like what he did or whatever. But what does Chris Rock get out of that for getting slapped on stage as the Oscars host?
I don't know. He's got to get something good out of this.
You know what I mean? Like he has to get some kind of justice too, I feel
Just think of how embarrassed Will Smith's got to feel, though.
I think of how embarrassed Chris Rock's got to feel. Bro, standing on
I
stage
would feel
after
more
that,
embarrassed if I were Will Smith than I was Chris Rock.
I don't know. After he slapped me and then Will Smith was screaming at me from his seat, I would be pretty fucking embarrassed in that moment on stage. Like,
I guess so. I guess so.
if he was white, you would have seen how red his face was. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, do you think Jada rolled her eyes because Will was laughing or because of the joke?
I think that she was more upset when she saw Will laugh. I think she could have just been like, okay, bad joke, move on. But then, like, when she saw him laugh, that's when she probably gave him that eye, like, are you kidding me right now? And then he was like, oh shit, I gotta correct this. Otherwise, she might go sleep with somebody else again tonight or something.
Yeah. Damn, you think she would have fucking beat his ass if he didn't do nothing?
I think she would have lashed out in their relationship, like given him some type of punishment in some way.
Yeah, definitely.
And even now that he did this publicly and like thought he was doing the right thing, but made it worse, she's doing the same thing by saying like, oh, I never wanted to marry him anyway. And this, that. They're going to get a divorce soon. I do think they're going to get a divorce soon.
I think they need to after all this. I mean, how much more are they going to push it?
Yeah, I don't know. And it's like a lot of people say, you can't stay together just for the kid. If you're not happy in your relationship, it's actually worse for the kids to stay together because
I
they
feel
see
like Will
everything you
Smith,
think they don't see.
right? I think he really does love his wife, but like at
Yeah,
this
but I don't think
point,
she loves him.
nah. I just think
And
at this
it,
point he's just trying to hold it together because
yeah, for his kids,
bro,
and he thinks
it's
he's doing
Will
the right thing.
Smith, man. He's the family man.
No, I agree, and I get it. But a relationship doesn't work if only one person puts a, you know what I mean? Like if she's not the same way in the relationship that he is, like you've heard him talk about his relationship on interviews and about like how we've felt like we had to make each other happy and no, and now it's just about making our own selves happy and this and that, blah, blah, blah. She never talks about anything like that. He's all about being happy and happiness and all this stuff and whatever. And everything she comes out and talks about is like, well, I never wanted to marry him. Or yeah, our relationship's open because he has a small penis and can't satisfy me sexually and I needed something else. Or, oh, and this, she's just demeaning him in every way possible.
Yeah.
So it's fucked up. I honestly think that she should be canceled. I'm not with the whole cancel culture thing, but she's someone that should be
She hasn't
canceled.
really even done anything. She's been canceled in my book.
It's true. I haven't seen her in a movie in a very long time, so that is true. Oh, then again, is she G.I. Jane too?
I think that was a joke.
No, I know. I'm kidding. I don't know if it was real. I thought it was a joke too, but that's why I said.
Oh shit. I seen some really funny memes on this thing this past couple weeks.
Hell yeah. What was your favorite one?
My favorite one? I don't know. There's so many, dude.
I know. I got one that was my favorite.
What was your favorite?
It was the one that cuts to Kevin Hart, and it was like he smacks him, and then it was like it cuts to the Kevin Hart skip, but it's like Chris Rock on stage, and he goes, "You gonna smack me, bitch, in front of my friends?"
Oh yeah, I seen this one.
I was like, "That's so great."
I like the ones with Rock and Will Smith where they both look happy, shaking each other's hands and shit, and it's like how Will Smith wouldn't have reacted that way if it was this Rock.
Yeah,
Those had me fucking dying.
that was a good one. Nah, but yeah, man, it's crazy shit.
Yeah, man. The
But
internet went
do you think Will Smith's
savage
career
on
is going to be
this.
really affected by this in the long run now?
Yes, 100%.
Like,
Yeah.
you think he loses like 30-40% of his fans or some shit?
He's gonna lose some fans definitely, but now big movie. He was in the biggest movies. The biggest producers reached out to him. The biggest movie companies reached out to him for everything. Always.
Well, they
I
did
think
say
he's-
Bel Air is already on hold.
Right, you
Apparently,
know
it was
what I
something with the
mean?
director or whatever, something like that. But I think
Yeah,
that's just like to say that.
There's always going to be the one or few people that have their differences on it, and they're just not going to support him. Nobody's going to, maybe his manager will drop him. Who knows, man? Or his whatever.
Yeah.
His agents that get him all these fucking deals for these movies.
Since
I
he
mean,
didn't press charges.
look at Johnny Depp. I mean, two totally different situations, but with the whole thing with Amber Heard and how he, assaulted her, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they dropped him from Fantastic and Beasts. You know what I mean? Like Disney will probably never look at him for much anymore.
Yeah.
It's just once your name gets involved with something like that, and it has to do with violence,
Mhm.
you're pretty much
No, I hear that.
donezo.
I think that he could still have great movies though, with whatever deals he does get and stuff. But I hear you that the offers will be more limited. For
I just
him. It'll
don't
be
think you're
tougher.
gonna. I don't think you're gonna see him much at all in the next 5 years, even.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because of that, or because of personal reasons too, like meaning that he wants to take a step back and work on
maybe
himself.
both. I mean, dude, he might not be able to get anything, and he's gonna say, "Oh, I'm taking a personal step back." You know what I mean?
Well, that
You
might
don't-
cause him to take a personal step back because not being to get roles now,
right.
that could
But
fuck with his morale and mental
absolutely,
and stuff too.
I guarantee you won't see him in much in the next few years,
I could see it.
which sucks because I like Will Smith.
Me too. But see, this is the thing that's what I was gonna say too is I don't know if I would be as excited for his movies to come out now. I'm not saying I wouldn't see him. I'm not saying like, oh,
That
cancel Will
doesn't make
Smith.
me,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I wouldn't see him, but I don't know, like yeah, I'm not saying I wouldn't be a supporter, but I'm not as big of a fan. I'm like,
I'm
He's a
no
little fucked
less
up.
or no more than a fan than what I already was.
okay.
I don't know. It didn't really. This was one of those things where like it happened, And again, Chris Rock and him didn't brawl on stage. You know what I mean? There was no crazy things said after that. He just yelled at him to keep his wife's name out of his fucking mouth. And then that was it. And then they said, all right, you're not going to get that reward. You can't come back here for 10 years. And that's really it. And then.
Do you think the joke was even that bad too? I honestly don't think that the G.I. Jane joke was even that bad.
I mean, it wasn't, bro. It's comedy. It's Chris Rock. You gotta, all that shit is meant to be jokes. Like,
and Will Smith has been in comedy, like, so how you don't get that? I don't know.
Because it's different. It's his wife. It's
and nobody knew she had alopecia before this either. Like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did. Everybody knew.
I didn't. I mean, I didn't know that. I thought I could say. I'm sure we could say a lot of people didn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. I didn't think that was the warranted response.
No, I don't think that was the right response either. But still, you don't go up on stage and slap the shit out of Chris Rock, man.
I just can't. Yeah, you don't. Not even aside from slapping the host on live TV of like one of the biggest award shows like of all time, whatever. You just don't go on stage while the host is talking. Like, regardless of all the other stuff he did, bro, I can't believe he even crossed that barrier to go on stage. No one else has done that.
There. You know what's even crazier though, if you think about it? He sat his ass back down, screamed to not, keep his wife's name out the fucking mouth, and then he went up and tried, and then they continued it. Like nobody fucking came down and asked him to leave or escorted him or stopped it. You know what I mean? It was like they just let it continue and then awarded him.
Mm-hmm. So I made a TikTok about this right after it came out.
That's what also made it seem more like set up than anything to me.
Yes.
Because it was like, you're going to tell me no security is going to come down to Will Smith's seat and ask that motherfucker to leave. No, and even worse on Will Smith, he should have got his wife and walked the fuck out of that building.
Yeah, he should have got up and left after he did it. But they weren't going to make him leave because at the Oscars, even though we don't know and like whatever, they know who's winning what award beforehand. They have to have it organized to whatever. Right. So they knew he was going to win an award after that happened. So they couldn't really tell him to leave because then what are you going to do? Bring up the event again? Oh, I'm sorry, we had to escort Will Smith out. He can't accept.
Yeah, hey, right. So what? You're
that's drawing more attention to it.
You're the Oscars, and someone you're one of your winners that you know about just assaulted your host. And because you know he's going to win, you're just going to brush it off and let the show continue and give him an Oscar?
No, I hear you.
That looks even worse on them.
Well, not really, because then afterwards they took it away and banned him for 10 years. So they did reprimand him after. They just wanted to get the show done.
But that's peacefully. Like, okay, but now they're showing an example that next time during the next Oscars, anybody can walk up there and slap the fuck out of whoever they want, and they won't get in trouble about it until later, right?
I hear you. Well, so that was the thing too, so I made this TikTok right after it happened. And that was some guy's comment. He said, he was like, if that was any other white actor or whatever that went up and slapped Chris Rock, they would have arrested him, this and that right away. And I was like, you can't really make it about race. No, I think it was more like, because he's a prestige, like if it was Bruce Willis, if it was someone like that, I would feel like it would have went the same way. He could have went right back down and sat down because of just who those names are. Like I feel like Will Smith has just gotten to that point of in his career where that's why they let him sit back down. I don't.
He's a powerhouse, right? I think they were like, oh shit, Will Smith slapped him. Do we go and escort Will Smith out? No.
Yeah, exactly. Like because saying that name is just like, what do we do? It's Will Smith,
Right. I know.
So I feel like that was more like towards that. I don't think it was like a race thing in a sense.
No.
Yeah, I agree with
anybody who says that has something to do with race is just a fucking dope.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And has nothing else to do. Nothing to do with race.
No, I hear that. But yeah, dude, careers are short sometimes.
Yeah. No,
life is short.
Life is short. Will Smith's career was not a short.
No, it wasn't short. I'm just kidding. But it definitely is, like you said, it's probably going to come to a halt for a little bit. He's going to have a pause. He probably will have a pause. I don't think 5 years. I could see like 2 to 3 years.
I don't know, man.
People forget about a lot. Like other stuff happens. People forgot about COVID as soon as Russia attacked.
True. I mean, I know. I know, but I'm just going off of previous shit. Like, I hate to bring it up, but like Chris D'Elia, he was again, these are all completely different situations, but like,
no, I hear you.
As part as being included in the cancel culture, where Will Smith is now just put himself at the top. Like, fucking Crystalia with the whole sexual assault allegations and underage kids or whatever the fuck all that shit was about.
Yeah, when he went around the time when that U season came out, right?
Right. All of a sudden they took that off Netflix. Bro, you know, I still follow him and he's not doing nothing. I mean, good for him. He's got a wife.
Well, he does the
now and a
podcast.
kid. He does his podcast, but he's always had the podcast. And he does the podcast because it's his and it's in his house and he can do whatever he wants. Other than that, you don't see a lot of people. He used to be on everybody's Instagrams, bro. Everybody's Instagrams. He used to be in movies, TV shows, stand-up comedies, Netflix specials.
Well, I'm not gonna
He's
say
got
where I've seen him as
going
much
on.
because, like,
Nothing
exactly, he
going
hasn't had a special, but he still does do comedy. Like, I have seen clips of him. He
Yeah,
still does do
I
comedy
know,
and stuff.
right.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. His career
Because he can,
definitely did take a hit.
he'll go to like the little comedy houses that where people still, you know, who are
Mhm.
on his side and not like anybody that's against him.
Mhm.
And that's
No,
where
but
he
yeah, I
gets
haven't
brought
seen a
in,
special come out from him in a while.
You know,
Same thing, like Louis C.K. Louis C.K. had the whole
CK.
thing. He never came out with another special again after that.
What's that other guy's name, man? He was in that show House of Cards.
House of Cards. Oh, that's the presidential show or whatever. I don't know. I never watched that show.
This actor, I gotta type it to search. What's his name, man? He got banned. That
I'm thinking of the guy that was
Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey got banned.
Yeah, he got canceled. He's all types of shit he was going through. Have you seen
know that.
Kevin Spacey in the past 5, 6, 7 years even?
No, now that you say that, no, but I do like Kevin Spacey, so I don't
And
know
he
what
was
happened.
everywhere. He was in some of the biggest. He was on the fucking Netflix's House of Cards. It was like one of the biggest shows. They had to cancel it because of everything that happened with him.
I didn't know that.
And then he
Wow.
started making weird YouTube videos trying to get people to be on his side. And dude, no, he has not done anything ever
Wow.
since then.
Yeah, I hear you. I was
It's
thinking
just
I thought
Johnny
you were
Depp.
gonna-
This was like 3 years ago. They had to drop him
Yeah.
from the fan. Have you seen him in anything?
No,
He's
yeah,
not, he
that I
hasn't even
agree.
had. He doesn't even have anything coming up.
No, that I agree. I thought
They're
you were going to
taking
talk
this
about
shit
from.
so seriously now. Like that's it. Once you get yourself on that side of the list where Will Smith just put himself,
Yeah, no, I agree. The kid from
Nobody's-
the ranch with what's his
I know
name? He
who
was
you're
on that
talking about.
'70s show. That kid
yes,
from
I
that
don't remember
70s show. I
his name.
forget his name either. But yeah,
Who you talking
same
about?
thing. The ranch. He was on that show. They had to write him out because of what was going on with him too. No, I hear you. It happens a lot.
Sucks, man. You gotta watch what you do when you're fucking famous.
Number one only. What's your favorite Will Smith movie now? Because let's say like his career is over. We working with what he's made already.
Men in Black.
Really?
Yeah, I love it, bro. I was just rewatching it the other night for like the 50 millionth time. I love it. I don't know. I love it. It's fucking awesome. It's a great movie. I like the
Okay.
ones that follow after it.
I
I don't know. He's got a lot of good, really good movies. Probably better than that, but that's my favorite personally.
No, that's. I mean, yeah, it's to your own. I'm surprised that that would be the pick. That's a good one, though.
Why? What is
I,
yours?
I honestly, I don't. Like, I just went to look up like Will Smith movies just to like kind of go back again real quick because there's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot. He's got a lot of good movies, man.
Like Wild Wild West is up there for me. That's a good one. That I've
Dude,
watched
that's
a lot.
another. Yeah, it's a
Enemy of the
great-
State is a great one.
Yup.
I mean, I Am Legend. A lot of people like, and it was a great movie,
I
but it
didn't
wouldn't
like
be for
it.
me.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, I would
No.
say it wouldn't be for me. If
I mean,
I had
bro,
to pick one though, like
have
my
you-
most Will Smith watched movie is Bad
What?
Boys.
Bad Boys, yes.
Yeah, like Bad Boys 1 and 2. Like I
fucking
love the Bad Boys movies.
Incredible, yeah.
So I guess it
And-
would probably be those.
Dude, Hitch. Hitch is probably like my second favorite of his.
Yeah, Hitch
'cause
is a great
I
movie.
love that. Did you ever see The Pursuit of Happiness?
Great fucking dude. I cried in that movie so much. When he's in the
It's-
bathroom and the guy's trying to break in and he's like holding it back while he's letting his son sleep and shit. Like that whole movie is so heartbreaking, man.
Incredible, yeah. That was probably one of his best acting movies, I think.
I agree. And
It
he had a
was
few
so
other ones like
much
that.
raw emotion. Like 7 Pounds was like
Yep.
that too.
So I was just gonna say that's why.
I like those movies. He's got good movies, man. The acting's real. It's like fucking serious, but I don't know. Like my favorite though, Men in Black, baby.
If out of those type of movies, like serious movies, I liked Enemy of the State. I did think Enemy of the
I
State.
didn't
was a
like
great
Enemy
movie.
of the State. I got 2 other movies that I thought were really good of his. Hancock
Good
which
movie.
wasn't as big as like I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking of course, throwback, Independence Day.
Oh yeah, that was like one of his first biggest movies.
You know what I mean?
Great
Incredible.
movie. I did like the one you said before that. What was the one you said before that?
What?
Hancock.
Hitch? Oh, Hancock.
Hancock. I
So
did like
good.
Hancock. I think it was a little too early for the superhero movies thing. Like if that came out like 5 to 10 years later,
It would've been
after some
better.
other bigger superhero movies came out, it would have had a little bit bigger hype. I think that came out a little early for the superhero like genre.
I was
whatever.
ready for the superhero genre though. That's why I like it personally so much.
No, I thought it was
and even
I
the
thought it was great.
graphics, like just the way they filmed it, it was awesome. I thought
No,
it was
I thought
great.
it was great, and I liked how it was like real, like it was like they made it relatable and like him like a real person, like so
Mhm.
I did like that, and it wasn't all like comic booky and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very underrated. I'll agree.
Will
Yeah.
Smith, man.
Bucks.
Why'd you have to go and slap Chris Rock, man?
Had to go slap Chris Rock and end your career.
Just one more, like, just the slap to go back on how fucking perfect the slap was. It literally imitated the Batman and Robin meme. So fucking perfectly. It's weird how perfect that related.
No, that's funny. That's good. I didn't ever think of that or see. You should make a meme like that because I never.
There was a million memes like that. That's
Was
what I'm
there? I
saying.
never saw that with the Batman one.
I
That's funny.
sent them to you and Danny. I was on a roll that day.
That's
You all
funny.
were.
No, there was a lot going through the group chat like the first couple days. There was so many. Oh, man.
Kodak Black says Jada Pinkett Smith doesn't deserve Will. Tupac wasn't gangster. Just to end that off, if you all wanted to know what Kodak Black had to say on this.
All right. Oh yeah, I guess that's really it. Hopefully he leaves her. I hope he leaves her. I don't think she deserves him either.
You know, but I don't want this situation to turn into I hope Jada leaves, Will. Like, Jada didn't really do nothing but sit there, bro.
No, I hope he leaves her because it's not because of that moment.
You said I hope Jada leaves him, and I'm like, this,
No, I hope he leaves her.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I hope he leaves her. But and it's not even necessarily because of the look she gave him, whatever. It's the stuff that she's saying after on the table talk and all the stuff. Like those interviews that she says the stuff about him, dude. I don't know how you could stay with someone that talks about you like that.
He's stuck on that Jada.
For real. All right. Well, let us know what you guys think. Give us some comments. Thank you guys for the likes, listens, shares, and follows.
Perfect.